So we should not abuse our wives. And so just like Christ has loved the church, and therefore we love him, he said, you did not first love me, but I first loved you. So Christ first loved us, and we are just loving him back. If you love your wife as Christ loved the church, she will love you back. So, therefore, as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives. If you love your wife, you will not abuse her. You won't be speaking harsh words, and you definitely will not be striking her. So if you love her, you remember birthdays, you remember anniversaries and Christmas and all types of special days. You remember those things. And Valentine's Day, you remember those kind of things. And that just makes her love you the more. So it said, husband, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself. You should love your wife to the point to where you would be willing to die for her. That's how much you should love your wife, because Christ loved us so much that he died for us. We are his bride. And so Christ died for his bride, which is the church, with a type of someone being married. So it said we should be willing to do the same thing. We should be willing to die for our wives. When you love your wife like that, you will have a healthy marriage, and it would just pour right over into the lives of your children. It said that he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the word, with the water of by the word. So, we are not supposed to dominate our families, but we're supposed to lead our families. We are the priests in our homes, and we are to be examples. Show how it's done. Be an example of how a person should act in morals and ethics and honesty and peace and love. We should, as husbands, we should exemplify that to our families. And our families will be a healthy family, a happy family, a family with peace, and we can move on from there. But the Bible tells us at least 3 times here, it says, husbands, love your wives. And it told the wife to reverence her husband, give him respect. You see, because God knows that if a husband loved his wife the way that he should, then she's going to love him back. The more he gives out, the more he'll get back. See, God knows that. So God told us, he gave us a command to love our wives. In the book of Proverbs 15 and 17. Proverbs 15 and 17 says, better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. He said it is better if in your house all you have is something meager, if you just have herbs and vegetables or whatever, and love is there. You're sitting down, you're eating together, whatever you may have, and there is love, as opposed to having steak and the best food there is, and you hate each other. So he's letting us know that it's not all about things, it's not about wealth and having the best of everything. If you have love in your home and love in your marriage, you have the best of everything. Because it's not about things. So many people have given their families things, and what they really want is their parents. What the children really want are their parents. They don't want all of these things and trinkets and gadgets and all of that. They want to be hugged. They want you to tuck them in at night. They want you to sit down and listen to how their day went and what's going on in their lives. That's what they want. They don't want all of these things. They want their parents. And if you don't be a parent like you should be, they're going to outsource you for a counterfeit. They're going to find a substitute. Whether it's friends that are not good for them, bad company, something. Maybe the gangs, they're gonna outsource you. So you get the first shot at it as being uh, a good parent, a caring parent, someone who cares and someone who listens. You get the first shot at it because God has caused children naturally. It's innate in them, inborn in them, to want to please their parents. But if you ignore them, then that opportunity that you had at such an early age when you could have molded them and shaped them and showed them so much love that they won't do the wrong just because of the respect and the love they have for you. So you need to take advantage of it because once they get older and other people will have a greater influence in their life than you. So we must be very careful as to what we do, how we act in our homes, and how we conduct ourselves. Our home should be an environment that our children feel safe. Safe. They can feel peace. They can come home from a bad day of school or someone having a problem with someone and come home and be able to talk to you about it. And not that you're always coming home when they're in the bed. You know, when the wife's got to do all the work. The wife's got to, she's got to cook, she's got to clean, she's got to get the kids off to school. Men need to just take a couple of days or a week, send mom on vacation, and just take care of the house and the children. Taking care of a house and children can be equal to 2 or 3 jobs because it's constant. You have to repeatedly do the same thing over and over and over again. It never stops. You do it till you lay down, and then when you get up in the morning, it starts all over again. And some may get up before the kids are up and lay down way after the children have gone to bed. And then here comes the husband after what he feels is a day of work that's greater than yours. And now he wants attention. Now he wants to eat. Now he wants to put his feet up and chill out, and you serve him. And then, after the kids are in bed, he wants to get frisky. But you're so tired and worn out from everything, you emotionally, mentally, you're not there. As opposed to if he would come home and help you with the kids, maybe cook the dinner, or just say, why don't I just order something today and give you a break? Then maybe there would be some time for romance and intimacy. So, brothers, if you listen to this, I hope you will take heed to it. If you want a healthy marriage and a healthy family, don't treat each other like an old shoe that you just get so comfortable with those shoes. You walk on the back of them, walk them down, and you just slide your feet into them and just use them and then kick them off. We don't want our marriages to be a convenience that we just live together because can't afford to pay rent in two places, and so I've been married to you so long or whatever, so we just make it a convenient thing. No, don't ever let your marriage be just a convenience. Fight for your marriage. Fight for it. Compromise. You got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them. So uh, we have to realize also too that we can't be fussing and fighting. I'm not saying that you're not going to have problems in a marriage, because we are going to have problems in a marriage. There's no perfect marriage, but we have to work on it. A marriage is work and it's overtime. It takes a lot for a marriage, but if you want your marriage and you want your family, it's going to take work. It's an investment. You must put something in it. But if you don't put anything in it, you're not going to get anything out of it. So we have to understand that a marriage is not something that's automatic. You have to make it a marriage. You have to make your home and family healthy and strong. And the best way to do that is to let God help you to do what's right. Since God instituted marriage, established marriage, He's the one that can help you to have a great marriage. So ask God, talk to God, pray. Be a family that pray together. They said a family that pray together stays together. All right, so we're going to go next time. Alfonso Coble at sbcglobal.net.